What if there was a movie that was a cross between Grown Ups and the movie Tag? But instead of casting anyone from those movies, you fill the cast with all the people that those crews didn't want. You know what you get? The Buddy Games.
All right, boys, here we go. The Buddy Games are back. We're gonna play for $150,000.
We'll play your high-stakes shit. What? That was not easy to scrape up. I gave a bum a hand job.
Well, expand on that.
No, I'm not going to. You want to smell my hand?
No. No, probably not.
You sense this fear. Come on! Oh my God! That was intense.
The Buddy Games, written, directed, produced, and starring Josh Duhamel, along with a cavalcade of people that didn't get the call to do Grown Ups or Tag, is a story of a group of friends who meet up every year and do the Buddy Games, which is a group of games that are very juvenile in order to show that they're friends. And the winner is the winner of the Buddy Games. And they haven't done it in a few years due to an accident that happens in the opening of the movie. Years later, decide to come back and do the Buddy Games, but this time for $150,000. Because Josh Duhamel is just rich. There's not even really an explanation. They just go, yeah, I have a lot of money now. I didn't have that money a few years ago. Now I have money, so maybe you guys can win money. That's the plot of the Buddy Games. It's on VOD. It's got Kevin Dillon in it, Nick Swartzen, WWE superstar Sheamus is in it because apparently this is a WWE Studios film. The Buddy Games is the definition of how the fuck did this get made? How did they get the people to do this movie? Why was Josh Duhamel so passionate about it? Apparently his friends do an actual Buddy Games, but it's not as ridiculous, and that's what inspired him to do this. Guess he couldn't get any actual directors or writers to help him, so he had to do it all himself. And I like Josh Duhamel. You know, Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. Everybody loves that movie. Transformers, he's in some of those as like the background guy. I don't know, my mom likes Josh Duhamel. He's in like the Nicholas Sparks movies and the movies that feel like they should be Nicholas Sparks movies. I mostly watch this movie because Johnny Drama's in it. I'm a really big fan of R-rated comedies and raunchy comedies, but they have to be good and you have to do it right. And comedy is subjective, so one person's pearl could be another person's tuna fish sandwich. Unfortunately for me, I found little to nothing funny about the Buddy Games. It has a lot of gross out gags for the sake of being like, oh, look how gross this is. And the entire storyline crux of the movie, the accident that takes place in the opening, is so bad and feels like just something that would have gotten thrown out from any other movie. Any other movie would have said, no, why would we do that? That's really dumb. And they just keep that joke going. And they just keep it going. There's like 2 or 3 jokes that are funny. Most of this stuff is stuff that would have been on the cutting room floor of any other movie. You can tell that Josh Duhamel wrote it and with his buddies and they thought, oh, this is hilarious. They're all gonna get eaten by a Komodo dragon. Dax Shepard's in it for some reason. I really like Dax Shepard, and Dax Shepard plays like a washed up wannabe actor, and it started to get me thinking, wait, is that who Dax Shepard is? Is that how his friends see him? Like, he's not like happy with Kristen Bell and stuff. He's just like sitting alone in a studio apartment, like making a self-tape and doing a really bad job. It's kind of like what I'm doing. Maybe I'm Dax Shepard. Wow, I didn't think the Buddy Games was going to cause an existential crisis in my life, but it just did. Like I said, I love comedy, so I really did want to love this movie, and unfortunately, I find it really forgettable and unfunny, and there's a couple of moments to chuckle, but most of it is just ridiculous. All the female characters are like caricatures. Olivia Munn is in the movie, and she's pretty much just a hot sex symbol that Josh Duhamel wants to keep sleeping with, and her character makes absolutely no sense, and Josh Duhamel's whole character arc trying to learn something is one of the worst story arcs I've ever seen for a character. I'm not going to spoil it here, but please watch the movie if you want and see that like his big epiphany moment at the end is like, wow, that's really dumb. That's really dumb. This is a comedy. It's supposed to be dumb and silly and fun, but I felt like it was counting on me being dumb. And I don't like any movie that just assumes that I'm an idiot, because like I am, but I don't want my movies telling me that. I would have to give Buddy Games a 2.2 out of 10. It's in focus a lot of the time, and I guess the color correction's okay. There's not a lot of positive things to say. I love Kevin Dillon, who plays Johnny Drama. He's so unfunny in this. His whole character is, I'm Doc. Everyone calls me Doc. I'm a doctor, but I'm not really a doctor. I'm a chiropractor, but everybody calls me Doc and I'm a doctor. That's the only joke he has throughout the whole movie. I didn't like this one at all, guys. I think this is a really bad movie. I really wanted a good, funny comedy, especially with everything going on in the world, and this definitely is not it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you next time for another one.